I think by the time I'd sort of just reached the end of my sixth form, which may be very late, I'd realised that maybe, you know, okay, I'm homosexual, what do I do about it? You know, but I never really wanted to think of myself.
Why didn't you?
I always thought of being effeminate, you know, sort of, God, you know, liking another boy is sort of, is silly because it's, you're playing the woman, yeah, and you're not supposed to do that.
Where did you get sort of stereotypes like that from? Was it just other boys talking?
I think, yeah, from general opinions, mother and father, you know, sort of, from watching telly and things like that, yeah.
Stereotypes?
Yeah, the guy with the hand on the hip and things, and the handbag. I mean, I just didn't want to put myself in that position and say, you know, that's what I'm like. Because I'm not. I left the sixth form, I went to college. Throughout college for 1 year, I did an art foundation course at Southend. I was still very aware of my attachment towards boys, and I felt I couldn't sort of tell anybody at college either. But I was always trying to sort of suss out people, and I made my first breakthrough at college by managing to get in touch with another guy who was homosexual, and we had sort of long conversations.
How did you get in touch with him?
It was a long process. Maybe sort of writing on walls and things like that. Sort of the thing at college to write on a wall if you want to communicate with somebody.
And someone responded?
Somebody responded. I did it first because I thought, God, I need to communicate with somebody.
How did you come out to your parents?
With a lot of, there's a lot of talk in the teenage group about, you know, sort of coming out, but they never used to push it. They used to say, it's up to you, it's your own decision, and you've got to know when it's right and when it isn't.
But everyone, sorry to interrupt, but everyone regarded it as very important to be...
It was very important, yeah, to them, yeah. I thought, well look, I've told a hell of a lot of my mates. I thought this is going to get back to my parents.
Yeah.
Someday it may get back to them. It may get back in the wrong way. One of my less favourite mates might go, sort of put a letter for the door saying, do you realise your son's bent? Yeah. No, I didn't want my parents hurt by that. And I certainly didn't want them to get the wrong idea that I was a push or whatever. Yeah. Sorry to use the expression. So I went out of my way to try and tell my mother one day. She was the first person I attacked. And I was off work and we sat down and we were just generally chatting at first. I didn't pick a day, I just did this completely out of my head, yeah.
Well, it was in your mind?
Yeah, it was on the spur of the moment. It was always in my mind to tell her, but I didn't know what day to pick. It just so happened that we started chatting.
And then you broached it?
I actually broke down. I broke down. I was nearly in tears. And she's saying, "What's wrong?" You know, I said, "Look, I just got to tell you something. You know, something I don't know whether you'll understand." And she said, "Well, I'm fairly close to my mother anyway, close to anybody else in the family." And I thought, well, if I couldn't tell her, I couldn't tell anybody else. I couldn't tell my father or my brother. And I eventually just sort of said, I like boys, I like other boys. And she said, well, don't worry, everybody goes through this. Oh, God, she doesn't understand, And every time I tried to explain a bit more, it was more confusing for her, I think. She didn't really understand. And, the conversation went on until 6 o'clock. My father was due in at 6 for his tea. She was saying, by then, I'd told her a hell of a lot. I hadn't told her about any sexual inclinations that I had, or if I had sex with anybody, or if I wanted to. I didn't think that was appropriate. And she wanted to know if any of my mates were gay. But she said to me, don't tell your father. Right? Or, well, she said at first, are you going to tell your father? And I said, I don't know, what do you think? And she said, well, I don't think you should. Don't tell him. Yeah. And when he came in, the first thing she did was tell him. she said to him, she went out to get the tea. I mean, it was tremendous. I suppose she was, she was quite enthralled by the whole thing. I mean, she was overwhelmed by it all. I mean, she went into tears herself at one time during the day when I was telling her. Very emotional thing. And she said to him, Stephen's got something to tell you. And I thought, God, you know, she's put me on the spot. I've got to tell him. And my dad was a bit confused. And she said, go on, it's of utmost importance that you listen to him. He said, I want me tea. And he just came into a full hectic day. And he came into the front room where I was sitting down. And I mean, I was made there, sort of there and then on the spot. I had to tell him. And it was very difficult just to tell your father straight out. And what you've been telling your mother for 6 hours during the day, you've got to condense into about 3 minutes flat. And I just said, I've been talking with Mum all day. I said, I'm different, sort of from what you think I am. I don't want to lie to you anymore. I like boys. And he said, he was a bit confused, you know. He sort of said, so what, you know, sort of, what do you mean? Yeah. He said, everybody goes through it. Yeah. A lot of people go through it. And I said, yeah, you don't understand. I said, I like boys more than girls. In fact, I don't like girls at all. And immediately he sort of stood there, shocked, horrified with this expression on his face. And he said, no son of mine's a puff. Yeah. And he said, yeah, he just exploded. He really did. I mean, I just had to get out there and then. I mean, I just ran up the stairs and I just didn't want to stay in the room a minute longer. I couldn't talk to him. My mother tried to calm him down. What the bloody hell's he going on about? He said, I mean, it just continued and continued. And he said, I'll get the bastards that made him queer. Yeah. And he was going to call in the police and everything. And I just put my coat on and I said, if I can't tell any, I mean, if I can't confide in my dad, I just shouted, if I can't confide in you, I can't confide in anybody. I said, I'm leaving. You know, I just slammed the door behind me and ran out.